Dr. Dave Coulier, now cancer-free, and is talking with our very own Jay Towers in one of his first one-on-one interviews.
Yeah, it was really eye-opening to spend this time with Dave, sharing the journey with us. Take a look.
Cut it out. Get out of here.
Dave Coulier has been making us laugh for decades, from stand-up to Full House to Fuller House. But in November, our friend and Michigan native got the shocking news that he had stage 3 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Cancer kind of takes your life force away from you.
After months of grueling chemotherapy, he was declared cancer-free this past spring. And now, 5 months later, he's sitting down with me one-on-one to share his journey.
Hi, Jay.
How you been?
Oh, I've been fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. It's all good, man.
I always say that you're my first interview in Detroit in 1999 on the radio, that you came into the studio. It wasn't a phone interview. And to meet you in person, you were always so great. You've never changed.
Hey, I'm from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, and the best part of my journey has been that I got to stay level with all of my friends. So when I was doing Full House in the middle of Hollywood at Warner Brothers Studios, I got to bring everybody along for the ride.
Yeah.
And they would just say, "This is your life," and I would say, "Yeah, can you believe it?" And so I never wanted to lose that. I never wanted to lose that grounded feeling. So thanks for saying that.
Think about in your career how many times you were asked, "Dave, can you come to our benefit? Can you do our charity event? Can you say a couple words? Can you make people laugh? We're trying to raise money." To be on the opposite side, to be on the side of now you're battling, did it give you a different perspective going through it?
Well, when you see the light at the end of the tunnel and you realize it's not a train coming at you, it gives you a different perspective.
Yeah.
And so I have had a long journey watching cancer. I lost my sister and my mom and my niece. I really got a peek at what people go through. And so you never think the C word is going to be applied to you.
Right.
And when it does, it's a sobering moment.
Dave's wife, Melissa, who co-founded the wellness company Live Well, Lead Well, jumped in immediately to overhaul his diet, focus on holistic healing, and make sure he was strong enough to battle what was ahead.
Well, you know, you really get to see who you marry.
Yeah.
When you go through cancer. She was unbelievable. I mean, she took care of me around the clock, went to every chemotherapy session, which is 6 hours of sitting there, driving me to doctor appointments, making sure my nutrition was good. She even made me one of those old man pill cases, the plastic ones, you know, with the pills are all labeled.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, so she would mark things on the calendar, and you know, when I would have leg cramps, she was rubbing my legs, and I saw the effect it was having on her.
Yeah.
You know, I knew I was getting drained going through this process, but I could see how it was affecting her, and that, I think it's harder for the people around you than it is, you know, for you, because you're trying to power through it, and you can't kind of propel that other person. They're going through it on a similar but different path, and that's what really stuck with me, was how incredible she was through this entire journey.
After his 6th round of chemotherapy, Dave became dangerously ill and had to be rushed to the hospital.
Something that we didn't foresee, like, you know, when you're done when your 6th chemo treatment, you're going to be fine. You're going to walk away and it's going to be gone. And then I got really sick, and we didn't know what it was, and ended up in, you know, basically ICU for 5 days trying to figure out what this was. And so that was kind of the end of the journey, was the toughest.
Yeah.
You hear from other patients, you know, they say they have to kill you in order to save your life. And that's kind of what they're doing. They're killing bad cells, you know, and they take some good cells with you at the same time.
You are always working, and for the years that I've known you, there's always a project, there's always something going on. I would think for anybody that's motivated and does stuff and doesn't sit around, was it tough to sit around?
It was. Cancer kind of takes your life force away from you as you're trying to battle through this. You know, you've only got so much energy and stamina, and I just kind of felt myself like a candle that was burning lower and lower and lower, and it was really tough to not be able to. I had creative ideas, I just couldn't act on them. I couldn't go, and I just couldn't write. I couldn't get myself out of bed, and it was pathetic, you know. I looked at this guy in the mirror and I said, who is this guy who's not being productive, with the swollen face, with the swollen stomach, and I didn't recognize myself. So psychologically, there are a lot of hurdles that you have to overcome with this as well. There's the physical, there's the psychological, and there's the emotional. And so it's, you know, you kind of get the hat trick of things that come at you. And I couldn't have had more support.
Oh, come on. What happened to that happy-go-lucky, grinning Joey we all know and love?
He's gone forever, man.
When you think about friendship, you have a lot of friends. You have the outer rim of friends, which is like the world, who loves you, who maybe you've never met but feel like they know you. And then you have the inner circle of, you have your John Stamos friends, you have your friends in Detroit. How important is that?
Well, it's incredibly important, and you realize that these people are phenomenal when they're so willing to, you know, give you warmth and love. And John Stamos and Jeff Franklin, who created Full House, they flew into Michigan together, and then John stayed with us for a week, caught COVID while he was with us. So he's sitting at one end of our house on the floor, and I'm sitting at the other end of the house on the floor, and we're FaceTiming each other. And that was John's trip. Yeah. It's incredibly important to, I guess, surround yourself with people who love you.
Are you skating again?
I've skated twice now. That was the goal. That was the barometer. It was, you know, I set the bar of, okay, if I can get back to playing hockey and playing golf, that's going to be. And I went back and I played twice, and I suck. I was so bad and so slow. So it's going to take some time, but I just love being out there. And to me, that's a signal of, your body's coming back.
For anybody that watches this interview, what do you say to the person that just got diagnosed and is afraid?
Well, everybody's on a different journey. You will hear 1,000 different things that people experience when they're going through chemo or radiation or different treatments. You have to just really look for the glass being half full, and you really have to look for positives in your life, because you will get through it, even though it seems insurmountable. You'll get through it, and I think if you have the support of just friends and family and people in your life, use them, because they want to help you, and you may think you're a burden, but you're really not. It's harder for them to kind of know how to approach you and how to speak with you, and because it's a tough subject for a lot of people. So I think if you can keep laughing, that's really important.
Yeah, Dave's on Facebook and Instagram, and he always connects with fans. But I will tell you, that's the most serious you'll ever see Dave, who is nothing but jokes. And even we joked through that, and joked when I saw him, and joked after. And he tells these great stories. He is like the funniest person to hang out with. So to get him to get into this spot to talk was interesting. But he prefers to laugh, and he laughs through it all. He's just the best.
And that's what that was his advice. Just keep laughing, right?
Yeah.
What an emotional story to go through all of that and to see where he is today. It's inspiring.
Yeah, and his wife Melissa's
awesome.
just. I mean, we could do a whole story on her. I mean, she's amazing.
She's so sweet. Thank you so much for that story. That was truly incredible.